Hey YouTube, it's Patrick J. Hilario here, and I'm your real estate investor and real estate coach. And today's video, we'll be talking about how you can adapt to Canada's real estate game as interest rates continue to rise. So if you've been paying attention to the Canadian real estate market, you should have noticed that the Bank of Canada has increased interest rates multiple times this year. Back in April, they increased it by 50 basis points, and then in June, they increased it by another 50 basis points. And in July, they increased it by a full 100 basis points or a full percent. And then just recently, in this month of September, they increased it by a little bit less at 75 basis points. So once interest rates started going up, I really had to start looking at adapting my strategy. And this is what we're going to be talking about in this video later on. However, some feelings I was feeling was I was a little nervous because I didn't know what was going to happen next. How long will Canada be continually increasing their interest rates? Luckily, what I did was take a moment to just calm myself down, and then I immediately called my coach, Nelson. And we had a conversation of, okay, how do we change our strategies so that we can continually buy homes even if interest rates are going up? So big change that I made was making sure that, okay, I'm actually analyzing deals properly. And another one was making sure that everyone on my team was aware of these interest rate hikes and how we're going to be adapting to that. Was kind of nervous at the beginning. However, the more I educated myself and the more I was able to get help from Nelson and everyone else on the team, the more I felt confident that there are still deals out there. And in fact, we've actually bought 2 other properties and added another 3 units to our portfolio, even if real estate interest rates have been increasing here in Canada. So once these interest rates started increasing, I immediately started feeling a little bit nervous just because we were still buying homes. And luckily enough, I was able to take a moment, calm myself down, and immediately call my coach, Nelson. And we basically talked about different strategies, and he let me know in our other chat groups of, okay, instead of doing the same thing we did back when interest rates were very low, the strategy has to change, and we need to basically adapt to this new environment, especially if we're still looking to acquire properties during this time where interest rates are going up what feels like almost every month. Luckily enough, he kind of guided me through that, and we were able to kind of communicate with the rest of the team to make sure that everyone is aware that, again, we are still buying properties during this time, and we actually acquired another 3 units. And the real difference is we got to make sure that we buy right, especially with interest rates going up, and really want to make sure that we don't buy too high, because that's definitely going to hurt us, especially if we're not using our own money for these deals. So in this next segment, we'll be actually jumping into 3 ways that you can deal with the fear during this crazy times of rising interest rates. But before we jump into that, I'd love for you to hit that like and subscribe button here on YouTube. It does help with the algorithm, and I really appreciate if you guys could do that. So hit that like button real quick. So quickly recap the video. We talked about a couple of people that could possibly be in a deep sense of fear, and that'll be people that don't understand interest rates, people that are trying to do a flip and possibly miscalculate their ARVs, and then you folks that want to get into real estate and really feeling that this might be your last chance to get a property at an affordable rate, an affordable price. So a couple of things that you can do is, first, you really need to educate yourself on interest rates and have a better understanding of that to reduce your fear. Another one is you got to make sure that you're adapting your ARV and your comparables to new numbers in the Winnipeg real estate market. And then thirdly, if you're someone that knows that you might be missing out on your last chance of getting a house and a property here in Canada, you need to make sure that you educate yourself and you have some sense of urgency to buy these deals at the right price. So to quickly recap this video, we talked about a couple people that are feeling a sense of fear when it comes to a real estate market here in Canada. This first group of people are going to be those folks that don't understand interest rates. The next group of people are possibly you flippers or you BRRRR investors, where you possibly miscalculate your ARV and your comparables. And then thirdly, the last group is going to be those people that want to get into real estate. However, you're starting to see and feel the fear in the environment in the sense that this may be your last chance of buying a property here in Canada. So a couple things that you can do to mitigate and deal with this fear is, first, you got to continually educate yourself on interest rates to reduce that fear. Second, you got to make sure that you're updating your comparables and your ARV, possibly using even 3 months of ARV or even just the last month in your market instead of 6 months ago, using those comparables. And then thirdly, you have to act with a certain sense of urgency. If you're going to be a new buyer, make sure you're educated, make sure you have a coach to help you implement the proper systems so you can still buy these deals that are out there even if interest rates are increasing. So fear can be a motivator, and I highly suggest that you guys use fear to make the necessary changes. The last thing you want to do is be in a fearful state and then do nothing about it. It's going to cause more anxiety, it's going to cause you to have more fear, and it's going to cause you to really not make the necessary changes, where instead you could use fear as a motivator to transform your situation. So again, if you are in a place where you want to get into real estate, you're not entirely sure how or if it's even possible, I'm telling you right now that deals are still out there, and we are definitely buying deals underneath market value. Again, I'd love for you to hit that Calendly link below and book a free real estate strategy session with myself as a real estate coach. And that's where I'd love to build you a customized real estate warm map to help you hit those goals. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys got some value out of this video, and make sure to hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, even share this video with all your friends that want to become real estate investors. And I'd love to see you at the next video. Peace.